If you're thinking of starting your own gym and you think you don't have enough equipment, trust me, you don't need much or anything really just to get started. Most fight gyms out there, they've got all the fancy gear, the fancy machines, the expensive mats and the flooring, the cages, the turf, everything, especially if they've been open for years. But if you're just getting started, you don't need any of that stuff. You don't really need any stuff ever. Here's what we have. And remember, it took us a long time, almost 2 years to build up this little bit of stuff that we have. We opened our doors with nothing. We've got punching bags, a couple of double end bags, some medicine balls, and sandbags that we made ourselves from thrift store duffel bags and backpacks, all the way from 10 up to 125 pounds, and that's it, and that's enough. Oh, we've got chairs that we use for sled pushes too. That might sound silly, but that's how we train. I think it's pretty tough, and it works. Just look at our fighters fighting and winning. Our gym is basic, minimal, no machines, no ring, just some mat space, a handful of gear, and a team of fighters who show up and work hard. So how are we actually successful with no fancy equipment? Well, we focus on what matters. Aside from technique, we focus on toughness, time under pressure, survival, sport-specific speed and strength training, and then we execute. Some rounds we do just for grit, not to look good, not to feel good, just to learn how to survive a hard round. Fight your own mind, that's the work. We do sled pushes, but not with a sled. We stack weights on chairs and push them across the floor, sometimes 200 to 300 pounds. For rounds, not reps, because that's how you learn to push when your body is telling you to quit. And it's not just about strength, it's about balance, it's about forward pressure, building an immovable base, staying grounded, and forcing yourself through that wall mentally and physically. We train like this because we're trying to build fighters who don't fold, fighters who are comfortable in chaos. Because when you're in the ring and you're dead tired and you're down on the scorecard and the other guy's trying to finish you, that's chaos. That's when all the flashy gear and all the Instagram combos don't mean anything. You fall back on what you've trained. And if all you've trained is being comfortable, then you will fail. We actually never even spar fresh. We spar last, after running, after drills, when everyone is exhausted. Because that is the only training that matters. I tell my fighters all the time, the only thing that matters in fighting is how you fight when you're tired. And I think this strategy is what helps them the most during their fights. So yeah, we build fighters by breaking them down in training. We make sure that they know what it feels like to be dead tired and still have to fight. That's just our culture. And the crazy thing is, it works. We've been taking our fighters to competitions regularly. Some of them are new, some of them are going up against people with way more experience, and we're still winning. Not because we've got better gear, not because we're bigger or richer or more connected, but because our fighters are built differently. They've already survived the worst case scenario in training. You could say they only train in worst case scenario. So when they get in the ring, they're ready for it. They know how to breathe. They know how to survive. And when it's time to flip the switch and go forward, they explode. So you don't need a perfect setup to start. You don't need to wait until everything's just right. You just need to start, and then you'll make it work. Our gym was built off grit. No money, no real equipment, just a vision, sweat, and a few extra pairs of gloves. Now we've got a packed schedule, our own space, a full team, a fight program that's producing real results, and a future that's wide open. But if you want to train like this, I can help you. If you're starting your own gym and you think you don't have enough stuff, trust me, you do. Because gear doesn't make fighters, grit does. And if you've got that, then you've got everything you need.